In 1 week, 3 women have spoken out against Sean Diddy Combs, alleging he subjected them to violence. The latest accuser, April Lampros, filed a lawsuit in New York State Supreme Court saying she was a college student in the 90s studying fashion when Diddy promised industry access and mentorship. Instead, she alleges he sexually assaulted her 4 times. Lampros says Combs invited her to parties and his recording studio to impress her and also, quote, love-bombed her with gifts and flowers. But the court documents say the friendship quickly manifested into an aggressive, coercive, and abusive relationship based on sex. In one of the alleged encounters, Lampros claims the rapper forced her to take ecstasy and demanded she have sexual intercourse with Kim Porter, one of Combs' former girlfriends with whom he has 3 children. Porter died in 2018. Earlier this week, former model Crystal McKinney filed a federal lawsuit claiming she had dinner with Combs in 2003 and later on the same night was assaulted in his recording studio. The women's claims add to a growing list of others who've come forward with allegations against the rapper in the past 6 months. And singer Cassie Ventura speaking out for the first time on the explosive video showing Combs beating her in a Los Angeles hotel hallway back in 2016. Ventura writing in part, quote, "My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time."
A bidding war for surveillance footage and evidence proving that Diddy isn't the man he claims to be began after CNN leaked the 2016 video. However, the momentum started fading, until Cassie Ventura stepped forward and told the world that the media mogul was a dangerous man. While some believed her, many remained skeptical.
The fact that Cassie has now dropped the lawsuit as a result of a settlement from Diddy. Now, it's a couple different things that we want to pay attention to here, right? Obviously, we know that the statute of limitations is almost up, depending on where the lawsuit is filed, and it was filed in New York. So for all of you different people that think you know what you're talking about, it wasn't filed in California, it was filed in New York, which I'm not really sure that makes a difference. But more importantly, the whole idea of it is that it's a civil trial, or it was a civil complaint, meaning money was involved, not a criminal complaint. Again, not a criminal complaint, but a civil complaint. Now, what does that mean? For me, it means it was a cash grab, right? Because we're not going to diminish what possibly happened to her, but I don't believe that she's just 100% innocent either. And so a lot of times we use the sensationalism of what people are saying in order to justify their behavior. But I guess the question that we really need to ask ourselves is 19 an adult?
When Cassie accepted the $30 million settlement the next day, even more people started doubting her. However, that was also when other victims began speaking out. Diddy's lawyers seized the moment to push their defense, arguing that everyone was only in it for the money.
And then somebody could have came in and fell out. Never would have died and been f***ed up. Live Nation would have acted like they had nothing to do with the show. 50 was the promoter. 50 did all by himself. We told him not to do it. That's what y'all would have did to me. That's f***ed up. That's f***ed up, bro. I love you. Why you don't love me back? Where is the love? Hold on. We don't want too much love. You know what happened with brother love and shit. Let's keep it down.
Sean Diddy Combs has gone by many names over the years, but one thing has remained constant: his ability to make money. His net worth surged in 2022, and he proudly declared himself one of the world's few black billionaires.
The building, you're in this bitch. Uptown win this motherfucker. You understand me? Hey, this one of the best birthdays I ever had in my life. And I do this shit. We do this shit. Nigga throw it real every year. I'm about to go stand in the crowd. Ain't no nigga gonna throw money. Yeah. I got Diddy throwing hundreds. He throwing hundreds. Weezy Wally, fresh with Versace on. Bank representing everything. You understand me? Euro Wally, Tiger out ship. Yeah, I'm hurting my money. Come on, man. We got fucking 2 chains. Wait, first first of all, I want to bring Young Thugger up here, man. Hey, yeah, hold up. Yeah, man. First of all,
So, the money-grabbing defense became their strongest argument. But Diddy took it even further, outright denying ever laying his hands on a woman. He claimed it was all lies and insisted that there were no victims.
Man, I got a residency, bruh. I'm officially the #1 residency position on Art of Dialogue, man. This is my new employment.
Hey, the people love you, man. I gotta keep bringing you back, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man, but I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I really appreciate you on today, man. You know what today is, right?
Yeah, Biggie birthday.
It'd have been the notorious Biggie Smalls' 52nd birthday, bruh.
Oh, man.
It would have been his 52nd birthday. Could you imagine, man? The people he would have put on in Brooklyn, the people that he would have made great. Oh, go ahead, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, man. Happy B-Day to Big, man. Happy B-Day to Big.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So with that being said, man, let's get right into it, my man. What you think about the apology video by Diddy?
What apology video? He didn't apologize, bro. He did not apologize. You know, if he was gonna apologize, he should apologize to Miss Wallace. That should have been the first person that he should apologize. No. He should apologize to Misa. He should apologize to Kim. He should apologize to Miss Wallace. He should apologize to Wolf's mother, Miss Jones. That was not an apology, bruh. That was somebody saying, I'm upset, or I'm mad, or it's bad, or it's effed up that I got caught. That's what that was about, bruh. That was, that was, if that was an apology, that was the most, what they call it, ingenuous. I guess that's the word. I'm messing it up, but whatever. That was phony and baloney on a pickle sandwich. I could say that a whole lot better, because it was not an apology, man. You know what I'm saying? For what he did and how he did it, I didn't see an apology. You know, he may have used the word, I apologize. For what? He never admitted that he say the video. So if you didn't see the video, you don't know what he's apologizing to. And I know it was shown to a lot of people. A lot of people cared not to look at it because they heard what it was about. You see, Common came on TMZ and he said, yo, listen to me. When I knew what it was about, I wasn't going to even look at it. I don't want that kind of spirit. I don't want that kind of energy. So a lot of people who know what it's about or heard what it's about didn't even look at it. He said, yo, he should have been asked, apologize for striking Cassie in her head. I've apologized for throwing her to the ground and dragging her and treating her the way that I did. He should have been apologizing like that to her. And then apologize to the people. But it didn't happen, bro. It didn't happen. That was some lame bull crap.
But you know what? That doesn't explain what the world saw in the leaked tape, does it?
Long term, as you and Puff have this amazing relationship that's withstood all the rumors and all the negative energy. Everybody always wants to put their own terms of a relationship on other people. When is he gonna marry you? When is this gonna happen? Nowadays with somebody like Puff, who's Puff's been married, I don't know how many times, once maybe, twice, I don't know. Oh, he's never been married.
No.
So obviously he's not into that. That's not his thing.
You know what's cool about Puff is that he is, and he does want to understand marriage. But we have, a certain type of relationship, and it just works the way it is.
Do you believe marriage is for everybody?
No, absolutely not. My parents are still married. Rod, how long have they been married? 35 years.
Is that your brother?
That's my older brother, yeah.
Hey, brother.
That's
You
right.
guys look alike. By the way, you guys look alike.
Yeah. He's like my
But
twin.
do you believe in marriage?
I believe in marriage if it's with the right situation, but I
Right.
feel like, you know, I've seen a lot of people get married and break up in the term
Right
that
after, yeah.
No, in the term that I've been in my relationship.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I feel like you can't really put a tag on it. Of course, everybody looks at marriage as something very, I don't know, solid and important, but you have a solid relationship, you gotta sell it.
In the video, we see Cassie running away from Diddy. He emerges from the corner of the hall wearing nothing but a bathrobe and immediately knocks his former girlfriend to the ground. The rest is too disturbing to describe in detail. But one thing is clear, Diddy is a violent man.
Because you see, the second chance is if you had come out immediately acknowledging that you were wrong once the accusations were first levied against you, instead of excoriating those who were throwing the allegations out against you, like Cassie Ventura. The fact that there is a quote from just this past December, which you emphatically, adamantly, categorically denying there was any truth to what was being said, throws that second chance right out the window. I don't enjoy saying this. I've met P. Diddy a few times over the years, always cool with me. That apology was bullshit. It was embarrassing. I don't know who told him, who thought for a second that it would work. 50 Cent was on his Instagram page. Just go look at it. Saying the same thing. Who advised him to do this? This is bad. This ain't gonna work. Because it comes across as inauthentic. Because there's literally proof via a quote from you denying everything. Everything. And accusing your accusers of looking for a payday.
Now, his defense has completely fallen apart. Diddy claimed he never laid his hands on a woman, but the video directly contradicts that. His legal team will likely try to switch gears, possibly arguing that the footage was tampered with, but we know it wasn't. So what's the game plan now? Well, we might not know exactly how Diddy plans to salvage his name and reputation, but we do know what his friends are up to.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor
some...
Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
All right, so remember the mansion raids and all the surveillance footage the feds seized? Apparently, there are hundreds of hours of recordings showing Diddy and his close associates engaging in drug use and even worse, allegedly abusing minors.
We have learned from two sources that potential witnesses have been contacted and notified by federal investigators that they may be called to testify in front of a grand jury. Now, there is no timeline for when this may happen. We are hearing from sources that the investigation is very much still underway. We remember back in late March when two of Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami were raided. That was the start of this criminal investigation, and now with our reporting that this could go to the grand jury, this is absolutely the biggest escalation in this investigation and gives some indication that authorities are looking towards a possible indictment. Now, as you mentioned, there have been a slew of lawsuits against the music mogul. He faces 8, 7 of which are directly accusing him of sexual assault. I hear from a source that many of these accusers who have filed these civil suits have been brought in for questioning, some of them being called in numerous times. We hear that many of these potential witnesses have been cooperating with these investigators, some even offering up evidence that they believe could be of note for this investigation.
The feds, however, are more focused on building a case against Diddy. They're willing to make deals. Anyone who steps up with information against him is likely to get off easy.
And I'm like,
that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, their art, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
In your book, Get Honest or Die Lying, you talk about the influence of hip hop. And when it comes to hip hop, of course, many people think of Diddy as one of the pioneers. And at one point, you were not happy that his legacy was being destroyed. Let me play this piece of sound.
I don't know, man. I just don't like it. I don't like it just because it's sad. Like, you know, how many people's legacies have we watched burn to the ground? You know, from the Russell Simmons, from, you know,
but it's
Diddy.
good.
These guys provided the soundtrack to our lives. They contributed to culture in real ways before we knew any of this. No, you have feeling, you have mixed emotions.
And then the video came out after that. He's now issued his sort of apology. Cassie's come out again. Have your thoughts on that changed?
Well, my thoughts, even in that clip that you just played, in context, I said, it's sad to see these people's legacies being destroyed based off, you know, at the time, alleged poor choices. Now we know that those poor choices aren't alleged. We saw the video. So yeah, it still is, you know, sad to see them, you know, not do the work on themselves, have all that unhealed trauma, projecting that pain and that hurt onto a woman. So yeah, he put himself in that situation. And yes, that is still very sad to see. It's sad all across the board. I don't know why we act like, you know, it's just one emotion when it comes to things like this. Because somebody like, you know, Diddy, yeah, we're lying to ourselves if we say he didn't provide the soundtrack to our lives. I don't know him on a personal level. I just know the professional accolades, which were very inspiring to somebody like me. Him having his own record label, him having his own, you know, vodka, like becoming a billionaire. Like those were things that were like, wow, that's the American dream in a lot of ways, right? And to be doing that from hip hop, that was something that was commendable, but we didn't know him as a person.